All right, welcome everyone. Hey everybody. So let me see. So Shrila, Ellen, Atticus. Okay, excellent. That's everyone. So just let me make sure that our um, live stream is entered. There we go. All right, awesome. So welcome everyone. Um, just to start out, just make sure you've got your original sound on. And then when it's your turn to go, just say, let us know the piece you'll be playing. And then I'll share your music and you can just go ahead and start. Okay. All right. Oh, and Tico is here. Hey, hi Tico. Hey, I saw you were in the last class, but go ahead and go so we can see your
Yeah,
performance on this
Dr. Bell, I wanted to ask you, Tico by accident joined some room, like a wrong room, and
one.
he missed his performance,
Oh, that's
which
okay.
is was at 6 p.m. Is that okay if he gonna perform here?
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
Thank you.
he was
Thank
gonna be
you.
the fourth person in the previous
Okay,
time, so
thank you.
we're totally fine.
All right, guys, have fun.
Thanks. All right, I'll bring up the hold on, Tico. I'm gonna bring up the old
Okay, yeah.
um class so that I've got your piece information and all that. Just give me 1 second. Boom. Okay. All right. So we've got a lot. Um, okay, we've got like a full um
Yeah, so can I like do it now?
yeah, let's go ahead and start with let me see. So we've got Srila, Atticus, and Ellen, and then we've got okay. Yeah, so let's start out. Actually, you can start us out, Tika. You're all good. What will you
Okay.
be playing for us today?
Yeah. Hi, my name is Manoj Abhiman, and today I'm going to be playing Interstellar by Hans Zimmer
Mm-hmm.
by memory. Yes.
All right. Great job, Tico. Nicely done.
Thanks.
Good work there. All right. So yeah, this was really well done. So um can you say a little bit about what you worked on in preparing this piece?
I've been working on base. So the most trouble I had was on measure 27 to 34
Hmm.
because it had like running notes and you had to play different notes at the same time. And I also had a little bit of trouble with page number 2 because
Hmm.
on measure 42 we had to do this big jump And then we
Mm.
had to do another big jump on 43, I think. Yeah, I think. Yeah, or 44. But and then I also struggled with the left hand, but then then I had an idea where if when you play the left hand and when you're done playing it, you can like switch the position.
Oh yeah, yeah. So nice job. Yeah, you can use the pedal to kind of
Yeah, you can. Yeah,
help
yeah,
that chord sustain a little bit. Yeah.
yeah.
Good. Yeah, and I thought so the use of the pedal was good. You had a lot of sustain in there. So nicely done. Yeah. Great work. Thank you, Tico. Hey, nice. I'm glad we got to hear you play.
Okay.
Let's check out um hold on, let me see my program here. Who we got next? Let's go to oh wait, that's the other. That was Tico's session. Sorry, I was like, who are all these people? Let's check out Shreyla, are you ready to play?
Yeah.
All right, and what will you be playing for us today?
I'm gonna play Torador song.
All right, nice. Nice. Great job. All right, it's really nicely done. Um, so same, could you tell us a little bit about, just learning this piece and getting it ready to play? What was the trickiest aspect of learning this?
The the triplet, like that part.
Oh yeah, that is a little tricky. Um, right, and it doesn't help that they've kind of stretched the written music out so it looks like it's much longer than the other measure. Anyway, um, yeah, nicely done. So I liked I thought you had a good sense of pulse as you went through this. Right, everything was really confident, really well prepared. Let's zoom in on those triplets for a second. So I think the trick here um, is when you think of practicing the triplets, and this is true of any. It doesn't have to be right a triplet specifically. This could be any sort of when you have a group of fast notes like this, right? Make sure that when you practice it, you're always carving out not just what looks like the fast notes. Make sure that you're carrying that into whatever note comes next. So a lot of the time, right, when you're playing music and um you've got little musical ideas like this that are essentially some kind of fast notes, like either it could be a triplet like this, it could be grace notes, even it could just be like 16th notes that aren't a triplet or anything, but just it's a little like flourish leading into something, right? Always practice it when you do slowly. Make sure when you do it slowly, you're always still practicing going to the like what note is kind of the landing point. What is this little flourish trying to get to? Right. So can you try it really slowly?
Okay.
just mapping out the notes. Mhm. And just even just focus on getting to the C sharp, right? So feel like it's all being moving towards the C sharp. Mm-hmm. Now try it a little bit faster. Yeah, and even just practice landing on the C sharp. You don't even have to go further than that. Yeah, good. Yeah, so now try the whole thing. Now try and put it in context.
Oh, with the left hand?
Oh, yeah, it doesn't have to be with the left hand. Just try that whole little, just this whole measure with the right hand. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and even so, pick it up now. The triplet's fast enough. Now you take it in tempo. So if we think of bum bum ba bum, right? But da 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 da.
Like.
Yeah, better, right? So and remember, like, don't even be this is kind of the paradox, right? Because you work really hard on all these fast notes, and then sometimes it's just like a little like thing that's it's already gone. Like it's not even really a main focus of the whole melody. It's just a little decoration, right? So now play it like so treat it like that, right? Treat it like, oh, I've got to get to these eighth notes instead of the right. Yeah, so part of it, I know like it's tricky because it's like you work really hard on all these fast notes. But then at the end of the day, remember to like don't get so focused on the fast notes that you're then sort of lingering on them. Remember, sometimes it's just meant to be and you get right through it. So nicely done. Yeah, does that feel a little better? So make sure when you practice it, right, always think about where are the fast notes leading you to as a landing point, right? So you're always kind of getting that sense of energy, even when you're practicing slow, right? You're mapping out where you want the notes to flow to. Yeah, that sounded a lot better. So nice jobs, really, really good. All right, so let's go to Ellen. Are you ready to play?
Yeah, I am.
All right, and what are you playing for us today?
Playing Prelude number 4 by Chopin.
Oh, okay, the Chopin anymore. Okay. All right, whenever you're ready. Nicely done, Ellen. Okay, great work. Was this did you do this memorized? I'm just curious.
No, I didn't.
Oh,
But
okay, okay.
yeah, I
Um
haven't had this piece for very long, and like I moved on to the next piece, and we like came back to it.
mhm.
So yeah.
Yeah, I mean this is tricky. There's a lot of memory wise, there's a lot of timing um to remember, right? To remember in the left hand, right? Each kind of layer moves at a different time. It can be trickier than it seems to memorize. Um, so what have you found tricky about learning this piece and kind of preparing it?
I think mainly the left hand, and especially
Mhm.
from measure 16 to like 18, because there's a lot of jumps and like sharps and flats.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when it gets down into this second part, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Sorry, just trying to remember all this. Yeah. Um, so sure, yeah, that's tricky. Um, Now another thing, how did you settle on a tempo for
Um,
this?
I used to like play it faster, but I really try to slow down a bit, and I think I should have slowed down even more if I'm being honest. Yeah, just because of the jumps.
Oh yes, you've got time for all the yeah. Um, yeah, I don't know. I mean, so this is people people have differing opinions on this. So what I would see here, at least in terms of how Chopin chose to notate this. So it is definitely so Largo is usually like really, really slow, right? Because if we kind of think about tempo terms, you'll see adagio like fairly often, right? So adagio, that technically means, even though we think of that, right? That's slow. That's in the slow category. Um, adagio really kind of means at ease. That's like what it literally means. So you tend to see like adagio used when it's just kind of like a regular slowish tempo. But like when you see largo or lento, those are a little less common, or like even like grave. Those are like really like so that's what I remember. So largo usually means like on the slow side of slow. Now, on the other hand, this is not notated in four, it's notated in two. Um, right. So it's technically two counts. That's what that right. So the cut time is telling you really. So maybe in some sense we want to feel the half note as the pulse. Um, so negotiate that maybe with the largo, like how make sure it's not the quarter note maybe that's sounding so slow, but it's the half note. Um, so I was gonna say maybe experiment with perhaps taking it a little bit faster, um, but with a qualification. So can you try just for me your left hand at the beginning of the piece? Mhm. Okay. So right when you play that, I know we've got eighth notes. That's all we have. We have like a pulsing eighth note. I want you to see if you can start to try to feel groups instead of groups of two eighth notes, feel groups of four eighth notes. Let me put that in the right register. No, not the right register. No, I mean, like I'm overemphasizing it, but do you see what I mean? So it's there's stuff happening. Sometimes there's stuff happening like every quarter note, but more often, right? The chord is it's changing every half note, right? So that's what's giving you that half note feel. Um, so can you see if you can make the eighth notes a little less bum, 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 and a little bit more bum, 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 until whatever the next note to move is. Try. Can you try the beginning of the piece a little bit like that? That's all we have time for. Yeah, yeah. You can try it with the right hand. Try it with the right hand and the pedal. See what that feels. Yeah, that's good. So I mean, I think that sounds a little better, partly because it lets your right hand keep the sound going, right? You're not waiting. Those right hand single notes are still carrying through the measure, which I think is nice. So you can experiment around with that. That's always a tricky thing with this piece, but nicely done. Thanks, Ellen.
Thank you.
Good job. All right, so let's go to Atticus. Are you ready?
Yep.
All right, and what will you be playing?
Liebestrom 3 by Liszt.
Oh, the list. Okay. All right, whenever you're ready. right, really nicely done, Atticus. Right, great work here. So I really liked all the little cadenzas in here were very nicely done. I like how you took your time with those, but then it just very nice and even. Those were very flowing. So that was really nicely done. Um, could you say just a little bit about, I mean, so again, what was your experience preparing this piece? What was the trickiest aspect of this piece that you found as you worked through it and memorized it?
Yeah, so the hardest thing about this piece, I would say, is getting the phrasing and the balance right because the piece provides a lot of material for me to work with. And if I don't use it, then it just sounds like noise.
Mm-hmm. And so I mean, this is almost a little bit. This is similar to what we were talking about, Srila, with your piece, right? With the decoration. So there's so many right, there's a lot of like texture and like moving, you know, moving little decorations. It can be tricky to cut through that and make sure you're, again, like you're saying, right? If you don't really pay attention to the phrasing and what's actually supposed to be coming out, then it all just kind of starts to sound like, right, it's all just even, and it's just kind of this wash of all these patterns, right? So yeah, I agree. So that's probably the trickiest thing, managing all these layers of texture that you have to create, but then at the same time making sure that it's the melody is clear and that you're carrying through all the phrasing. Yeah. So I mean, I thought that worked out really well. Um, um, yeah. So what I thought you did well. I feel like you had it. You maintained the control of that phrasing a lot too. So I could tell, like, even at the exciting parts of the piece, you knew what you were, right. You knew what you were doing, and you could like kind of take a breath at the right time and keep everything on track, which was great. So I thought that was well managed as well. All right, thank you all. I know it's time to go, so I'll see you later. Great job, everyone. Thank you for coming. Have a good rest of your Friday. Okay, bye, y'all.